Flosstube, and welcome to my channel, Home Sweet Home Handmade. I'm Natalie and I'm coming to you today on Saturday the 16th of September, and this is episode 51. And as you can see, we've got Miss Betsy here. She's just twizzling round, about to go to sleep. So I hope this finds you all well. And firstly, I want to say thank you so much for all the lovely comments I had on the last episode, the Flosstube extra that I did with my sister Emily. We were showing you our projects, 5 cross-stitch new starts for my 50th birthday, which was last Saturday. So I started, the first one I started was Autumn Quakers from Rosewood Manor, and then on my birthday I started Maggie the Messmaker Dimensions Gold collection, and I'm stitching that along with the lovely Laura from I Stitch Birds. And so this weekend I've decided to start Molly Carriage House samplings. So I've got the cord for DMC, and I'm stitching this on a piece of 18 count Ada vintage country mocha. So the 5 starts I will show you in another special episode next month, because we're planning to come back and show you our progress on our 5 starts. So yeah, so as I said, last Saturday was my 50th birthday. How did that happen? And my husband Greg took me away for the weekend. I didn't know where I was going, and we set off in the morning, and I loaded up the car with my gifts and cards, and we got going towards Norfolk. And I was guessing all the way where we were going. I thought we were going on the Norfolk Broads in a little boat, but then we seemed to leave Norfolk and we went into Suffolk. And I didn't guess until we pulled up outside an amazing barn, and I'm going to put some footage in here of what I shot. Last year when we went to Italy, I did actually film a Flosstube. I'll link it below. In Italy, we met a lovely couple, Chan and Mike, and Greg had arranged to rent out their barn conversion. They have a barn that Mike amazingly converted, and so he rented it out for us to stay in, and they live in the granary next door. So this barn is absolutely amazing. It sleeps 10 people, so we were rattling around in it, but it was just the most perfect place, beautiful, quiet, relaxing. After we settled in and I'd opened a few gifts and things, we went to Southwold, which is on the coast, and if you've never been there, it's absolutely beautiful. And we came back and had a little bit more relaxation time, and then we had a lovely barbecue, and Jan had baked me a gluten-free carrot cake as a birthday cake and put candles on the top, so it was amazing. And then on last Sunday, we went to Sutton Hoo, which is a National Trust place, and it's actually the burial site of an Anglo-Saxon king. And if you don't know the story, just Google it and look it up. There is actually a film on Netflix called The Dig, and it's about a lady called Edith Pretty, who owned this amazing house looking down to the estuary in Woodbridge in Suffolk, and she had a lot of these like mounds on her land, and she was convinced that something was buried. And so she hired a local amateur archaeologist called Basil Brown to dig, and he found this, I guess it's what you call Viking longboat, and all this amazing treasure, which is now at the British Museum. So I'd always wanted to go there when we lived in Norfolk and never got round to it. but it's an amazing place with a really amazing aura to it. So we went up and walked up the 81 steps to the viewing tower so you could see all the burial sites, because there's about 18 different sort of mounds of different sizes. But boy, it was a hot day last Sunday. It was 30 degrees and yes, it was very hot. And we stopped off on the way home and had a lovely Sunday roast dinner in a country pub. So it was an amazing weekend. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Little Betsy here was looked after by our pet sitter Helen, who is lovely. She comes in 3 times a day, morning, lunchtime and tea time, and feeds her and also little Fred zebra finch upstairs, and then sends us a little WhatsApp report of how they're doing and a photo. So I knew she'd be looked after well. So yeah, I had some amazing gifts and some lovely cards, and it was just such an extra special weekend. And it was started off by going out for a meal with my sister and her partner on the Friday night. So it was a whole weekend celebration, so I feel very lucky. So today I'm going to show you the progress I've had on some WIPs. As I say, I have worked on 2 of my 5 for 50 projects, but I'm not going to show them today. I'll show them next month when I've made a start on all 5 and Emily comes back to talk about hers. So yeah, we've got 5 for 50 next month. So I'm talking about some WIPs, some new starts, some Stitchy gifts I got for my birthday, and yeah, so, and then some plans as well. So let's start off with we'll start off with this one. So I picked this one up last night as I was zooming with my lovely friend Donna Ray. So this is in one of my favourite bags, made by Rachel. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know I love Rachel's bags and her choice of fabrics. So it's like a little woodland scene. And I always link Rachel's Etsy shop below in the description box. And there'll all be clickable links down there as well. So this one is a stitch along with Sharon, Magnolia Nana, and it is the needlework sampler on Cottage Garden Samplings. And I really ought to show my progress of this on Instagram for Sampler September. But it is beautiful and the colours are beautiful. So I'm using all the cord 4 DMC, and I don't believe I've got a before photo of this, so this is where I am at the moment. So I have done both of the alphabets and made a start on the borders, done the little scissors and the spool, and made a start on the house. I've completed the roof, and then last night, amongst lots and lots of lovely chatting, I made a start on the first window of the house. So I'm stitching this on Fabric Flare Cafe au Lait 16 count Ada. And yeah, I need to bring these borders down really, but it's beautiful. I'm really enjoying this one. So I'm going to keep this one out and I'm going to carry on with the house, with the windows. See if I can get some more progress. I'm keeping all my threads in this pumpkin stitchery little pouch, and that was for the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 sale. I started it but I didn't finish it. So I'm not very good at stitch alongs. And I've decided, I think I've told you before, I'm not going to sign up for any mystery stitch alongs anymore. I'm going to wait until they're fully released so to see if I like them or not. She's fully settled down now. So that's WIP number 1 I've been working on. The next one I've been working on is in another Made by Rachel bag. I love all the fabrics she chooses. They're just, and these all just really complement each other. And her little label. So in here is another stitch along. And Donna Ray was actually working on hers last night. So we, along with Amy from Amy Loves Toads, we are stitching Plum Street Samplers Float. And I have got a before photo of this, I'll pop it in here. And we're also going to be stitching, not that one. Where are you? Here it is. Heartstring Samplery Sting. So we're stitching this one on the top and this Sting B1 on the bottom. And I am stitching mine with all the called for DMC on a piece of Pole Stitches Designs Pearl 14 count Ada. And I'm keeping all my DMC threads in the little pouch to match. So I am all matchy matchy. And this is where I've got to so far. So I've done a bit more of the words and a bit more filling in. I think I'm going to put in float and then I'm going to come up here and do some of the leaves and things. Really like this fabric. It's quite a big piece, so I'll be able to get both of them on this. So that's my 2 current stitch alongs. Also in here I've got a Mount Vernon Christmas, which we did visit when we went to America in June. So I got some other, got a piece of 14 count Waxing Moon Ada to stitch that on. So I'm just keeping that. I haven't kitted up with the threads yet. What else have I been working on? Oh yes, this one. I find with this one that when I pick it up, I find that it's very difficult for me to put it down and move on to another project. And this is Grandma's Lilacs from Carolyn Manning Designs. Beautiful. And I'll just pop a picture in here of where I was last time. And I'm using all the DMC and I'm keeping them in this little bear pouch, which I got from Loop of London, and it's by that French designer Natalie, I don't know how you pronounce it. And I've got my So Sweet Violet little enamel pin, And then on the zip, I've got this amazing charm that Donna Ray sent me for Christmas. And it's made from, there we go, the end of a spoon with some charms on. People are so creative, aren't they? So that's where I'm keeping my threads. And then I am stitching this on a piece of, I think it's 14, it might be 16 count, 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿, and I think it's lavender, I think. And that's where I am, yeah, that's where I am now. And I just love this. It's like mindless stitching for me. And when you're stitching it, you think, oh, I'm not sure that's the right colour, or I'm not sure how it's going to look, and then you bring it back and it is quite amazing. So again, I am stitching this on a huge piece of Ada. Look at that. Huge. But I did pick up another Carolyn Manning's design that I would like to stitch on this piece, and I've got it in here. Have I? Yes. Here it is, and it's just dandy. So I think it will complement the other one very well. And I think it's smaller. But yeah, I really like that. I seem to quite like dandelions. So yeah. Just fold up my sheet of Ada. Very quiet here today because hubby, he's gone away for the weekend to watch the football. So it's just us girls, me and Betsy, and then I'm seeing Emily tomorrow. We're going to a autumn artisan makers market, which is near here, so I'm looking forward to that. This is one that I showed you last time, and I'll put a picture in here where I was last time, but this is Calico Confectionery Cozy Time. So I've done a bit more on this one. I'm using threads from Stash, and I'm using a piece of cream Ada from Stash as well. So I've managed to get his tail in, which is what I wanted to do. Is it a he or a she, do you think? I think it's a she. It's a Betsy, of course. So she. So yeah, so I wanted to get her tail in, which I managed to do. And I've made a start on another leaf off the tail. And I'm keeping my threads from Stash in this little cute pouch. I'm not really one for putting threads on rings. I've got a couple of projects, but I just prefer to put them in little pouches. And I picked this one up from 123 Stitch on the gifts section. Not really sure what flower this is, but it's beautiful. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4th project I've worked on. The next one, I've got 2 in here, so is a Halloween project. And I have got a before photo, so I'll show you where I was before, and it's Heart in Hand Doodles Halloween. And if you remember, I've done the Doodles spring, which I'll pop a photo in. And I am stitching this on some Ada that my sister gave me in a Christmas box, and it's Colour and Cotton River Rock 14 count. And I'm using threads from Stash as well. So I did change in the cauldron, I changed the smoke to purple because it is supposed to be this brown, but it didn't have any purple in, and I think purple for Halloween is a must. So I changed it up and put some purple smoke. So I have just got to finish this pumpkin and do that pumpkin, and I have finished this. So hopefully I can get this done, ready for Halloween, so I can have it up. I haven't swapped up my corner shelf yet. I must do that with all my autumny bits. So also in here, which I have shown you before but not for a while, as a Christmas gift, and it's JBW Designs Kitties in the Round. And this is nearly finished as well. So this is the nearly finished bag. So I am using DMC 221. Lots of loose threads. And this fabric, I think, I can't remember what it was. I think it's something like white chocolate. But there we go. That's where I am so far. So not too much more to do. I just need to crack on with it, and I am going to buy a hoop from Crafty Kits. Yeah, they've got a website and they're on Etsy. Crafty Kit Hoops or something like that. It's where I get all my painted hoops from, and my hoops with Liberty on. So I'm going to try and get like a burgundy colour hoop to put that in. So this is going to my friend Jean, who has got truffle, and I did the truffle cushion. I don't know if I've got a photograph of the cushion that I did for Jean. If I have, then I'll just put it in here. So yes, so that's the nearly finished bag. Then we've got this amazing bag. And yes, you guessed, made by Rachel. Look at this fabric. I love it. And this is a new start that I can show you. And so this came out recently. It was a stitch along, but it's come out now as a full charl kit, and it is from Little Dove Designs, and it is the sewing room. So as soon as I saw this was released, I knew I wanted to stitch this. It's very much my taste, and I am going to change the little kitty there into Betsy cat colours. So yeah, so I bought it as a kit, and it comes, please excuse the threads, it comes with all the DMC, and this is where I've got to. So I'm working on the first shelf up here, the books and that ball of wool. Colours are beautiful. So I'm really enjoying stitching on this one. It's quite a mindless stitch as well, very enjoyable. I love her design. She's just come out with the retro kitchen design as well, which was in Cross Stitcher magazine, but now you can get it from her website, which I'll link below, as a PDF or a kit. So what have we got in here? Sorry about the jingle bell. So in this amazing, another made by Rachel bag. I'm not sponsored by her, by the way. I just love her bags. Look at it. Of course I had to have this one. Look at the Santa hat and the Nutcracker. So Emily, if you're watching this, can you just look away? Step out the room for a minute. So around about 26 minutes I'll tell her, because her Christmas gift is in here and I wanted to show you today. So hopefully she stepped out of the room now. So I am stitching her JBW Designs Oh Christmas Tree. I love that. And I'm using DMC 115, the variegated thread, which I'll just show you here. There we go. And yeah, this is coming up nicely. So I think I've got the band in here. No, I think this is a natural Ada, but that's where I am so far, and I absolutely love the variegation. So that won't take me too much longer to do. So I've got to obviously put the reindeer in and come down and do this. And I don't know about the border. I'm a bit undecided with that border going round. I might do it, I might not. So then I'm going to make this into a cushion for her for Christmas. Yeah, I don't often think about using the DMC variegated, but they are beautiful. Put that back. Emily, you can look back now. Also in here, I haven't done anything more to it, but I've also got that project as well. It makes me laugh. Right, now I'm going to show you a bit of my Stitchy gifts that I got for my birthday, and a little bit of haul. And talking about Rachel, Laura from My Stitch Bird, she sent me a message on Instagram with the link and a photograph to this project bag, saying, I'm surprised you haven't purchased this with your love of cats and animals in clothes. And it had been on my mind. Look at that beauty. Just love the fabric. Beautiful. I think this is one of her medium sewing pouches, and then inside she always just puts a plain cream fabric, which I think is great because you can see right down to the bottom, and this complementary blue fabric. But her choice of fabrics are beautiful, and I can never resist when she puts a update in her shop. So that was a purchase. And then I have also Donna Ray and I have decided that we are going to do, because we did the honey of a tiny town together. I'll put my finish in here, and she showed me her amazing finish as well last night. She's done it on like a wooden storage box that has got, she painted it white, and then it's got 3 like sections that you could put stationery in, or you could even put like little plants in, and she's painted the inside of those blue, and then she's mounted her honey of a tiny town on it, and then she's put coordinating buttons along the side, and it is beautiful. Really great finish. So we have decided to do Harvest Tiny Town. I just love these. I really like patterns where, a bit like Quakers, where you've got individual designs. So when you stitch like a little house, it feels like a little mini finish. So yeah, I like everything about that. I like the little mushrooms, toadstools, the big basket, God words, and the little pumpkins in the windows. Yeah, so we're going to start this on the 1st of October. I don't know what day that is. So I've got the threads. They're in a bit of a jumble here. And I will show you what the colours look like. Let me get them all organised. So it's Classic Colourworks, and it is Week Style Works, and then the white and the black I will just sub out for DMC 310 and B5200. They're sort of my go-to white and black. So these are the colours of the Harvest Tiny Town. Look at them. Really real autumnal colours. So yeah, I can't wait to stitch this. So if you would like to join us, I will come up with a hashtag and you can stitch along during the autumn season. Let's stitch Harvest Tiny Town. And I haven't decided what fabric to stitch this on, but I did get my fabric from, I'm in the Patchwork Rabbit Fibre on a Whim club, monthly club, and I get the 16 count Ada, and so last month's came and it's cappuccino. So I'm wondering if I might put it on this one. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Blowing out a bit. It's sort of mottled beige with a bit of a green tinge to it. So it might go on this one, I'm not sure. I'll just have to do a floss toss and see. Also have a bit of a consult with Emily, because she's really good at picking fabric for me to start things on. Yeah, matches my dress. Yeah, so that's Harvest Tiny Town. That is going going to be a new start on the 1st of October. So that was a bit of haul. And then the other bit of haul that came with Harvest Tiny Town, because you can't have something travelling on its own, although it was travelling with the threads, is I picked up Grandmother's Old Garden. I'm just going to have a sip of tea to wet my whistle, as my nan said. And I can show you my mug as well. Just one moment. Oh, I've got thread hanging. Thread is everywhere in this house. So this is my newest. I've had it for about 6 weeks, and it's an Emma Bridgewater mug, and it is jam and jelly making, and there's all these little cute woodland animals making jelly and jam. Look at the hare with his basket and the little picture frames. And the badger is standing at the stove while the little mice are helping, and the fox. And then inside, just tip it, running all the way round the mug is a shelf with all different condiments. So I absolutely love this. This is my favourite mug. I think it's got a little scene on the bottom. I won't show you the bottom because obviously I'll tip all my tea out. But yeah, I love these seasonal ones by Emma Bridgewater. She has got another new one out, and it's all these woodland characters, creatures, and they are carving pumpkins. Cute. So back to my piece of haul that travelled along with Harvest Tiny Town. So I got this RTO kit, Grandmother's Old Garden, and I couldn't resist this one. It's beautiful, and trying to see what it's on. 16 count Ada. I got this from 123 Stitch, and look at those colours, beautiful. I don't think it's oh, it's got DMC, the shiny thread, I can never pronounce that, in it as well. So doesn't say what the stitch count is, but it's not too big. Look at that, beautiful. It's obviously an evening scene of Kitty in a night garden. Lovely. So one of the gifts that I got from my mother-in-law and father-in-law was, I'm sorry about the crinkle, should have opened this, was this Bent Creek chart called Glad Tidings. It's not very big. The stitch count is 54 by 53, and they stitch it on a 28 count flax linen. So I'm just trying to see when this one is. This an old one? Yeah, so this is 2003. So do you like this one, Emily? Because after I've stitched it, you could have it if you like. So she sent along with the chart, because she's got an amazing stitchy shop near here called Betty Stitch Kit. So she sent the threads, and I think she put in a couple of extras because the yellow and the purple aren't in there. So, but definitely the greens and the reds I'll be using. But yeah, so she sent those as well. And then she sent, this is a 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐞. I think it's the oatmeal Ada 14 count, and it's quite a big piece. So I'll be able to stitch that design on it, and then also something else. So that's nice to have something kitted up ready, and I really like that. And I think that would fit in one of those Mill Hill frames as well, that you put the Mill Hill kits in. I've got a couple of those, so we'll see. It's a simple design, but it's lovely. Stoneware Wishes 2003. I won't put that back in there because that will crinkle. And then from my lovely friend Sharon, who I'm doing the needleworker sampler that I showed you before, she sent me a couple of designs that she picked, a couple of charts that she picked out and sent for my birthday. And thank you so much, Sharon. They are definitely me, and I will definitely be stitching them. So the first one is from 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿, Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare's Peddler, and it's antique cats and crowns. I hadn't actually seen this one before. So there's the other one. I've got the scissors, I've got that one. And obviously that's the birds, locks and keys, baskets and teacups. I haven't seen teacups before. So yeah, I don't know what colour I'll use, because obviously it's monochromatic. What did they use? Gloriana silk and 36 gingerbread linen. Well, I won't be using either of those, but obviously I'll use something from Stash. Cats and crowns, that's lovely. And I like the little bit of lace that they put on the bottom as well. Perfect. And the other one she sent is from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy, and it's Little D Free Tag Sampler. Look at that. It's beautiful. So the stitch count on this, if I was to stitch it on 16 count, which is my go-to, although I don't mind 18 count because I am an Ada stitcher, is well, the design size is 79 wide and 115 high, and on 16 count it's 4.93 inches by 7.818. So it's not too big, and it's charted for Gloriana silks, which I haven't got any of those, Classic Colourworks and DMC. And it's stitched on baked clay linen from Fox and Rabbit. But I might try and find some real creamy Ada with a slight mottling. And I don't know what I might do about the Gloriana silks. I might pick a couple like the red or pink to get, or even that blue line. That's beautiful. But I really like this. I do like the reproduction samplers, and I really admire anyone that stitches them. I'm just always a bit conflicted about putting somebody's name on that I don't know, if you know what I mean. And I know you should, because they, if it's a reproduction, they stitched it and they should have the recognition. But I always feel a bit strange about possibly having a few samplers on a wall with lots of people's names that I don't know. I know that I can change them out to sort of grandparents and things like that, so because I must pull out my little sampler that I'm doing and putting my Nan's name in to go along with her land army photo. So I'm putting my Nan's name in that. So I don't know, how do you feel about reproduction samplers? I do like them, and I know you could leave the name off and things, so I've never really ventured into them. I mean, the needleworker sampler is sort of the nearest to a reproduction, but I don't know. Give me your thoughts on what you think about them. I like to stitch lots of different things, so, but this I think is absolutely beautiful. So thank you, Sharon. That was really, really kind of you. And then the last thing that came through the post is I used to be a subscriber of Cotton and Twine Stitchy boxes, and I decided to switch because they were coming every month, and I was just finding that I still have got lots and lots of kits and projects from them. So I switched up to Love Poppet, which comes every other month. So it was roughly about the same price, and so it's just a little bit more manageable with the stash situation. So the one that I just had through the post this month, and I will link their website below, is Woodland Moon. I haven't opened this yet. So it comes in this little envelope, and it's got black 14 count Ada. It's got DMC, a needle, obviously your pattern and tips and tricks leaflet. That is really sweet. I don't mind stitching on black Ada, I just have to be in the mood to do it. So along with this came the embroidery hoop, which I think they've painted black or put some black ribbon round. So I might paint mine black. I haven't got any plans to start this anytime soon, just when it calls to me. And it also came with this very, very cute mushroom needle minder, which has got a very, very strong magnet. So I'll probably be using this on a project, nice wooden one. And it came with 2 thread bobbins, acrylic ones, that have got Love Poppet on it. And it's also this very cute ribbon, which I guess is for, you could use it at the top or use it as a hanger. So, or you could use it on another project, and it's got little woodland toadstools. If they've got red caps like that with white dots, they're toadstools, aren't they? Not mushrooms. My brain is not functioning today. When does it ever, I hear Emily say. So yeah, there's quite a lot of ribbon as well, and that's double. So yeah, so check out Love Poppet. I think I showed you the one that I received last time, which was my first order from them 2 months ago, and it was the lighthouse with the sea design. So yeah, so we've got this in September, so the next one will be November, so I wonder if that'll be a Christmas one. So I will link their website below if you want to check them out. And also it was just a bit I did really like the cotton and twine, but that was every month, and this one is every other month, so bi-monthly, so it just spreads the cost of the pennies for cross stitching. So I'll keep the mushroom needle minder out, and probably these little acrylic bobbins, and I'll just put that one into my stash, and I might start that autumn next year. Oh, she's completely buried her head now, look. And that is her little Betsy. I'll show you, covered with cat hair. That's her little Betsy toy from Woolcat UK. I'll link her website down below. And so it's got her little name on, and then it's got her date of birth. So she turns 23 on bonfire night. So yeah, it's got lots of Betsy hair because she likes this in her bed and sometimes uses it as a little pillow. So I'll put that back. So thank you so much for being here today and allowing me to show you what I've been working on. It's great. I love these videos. I love the comments that you leave and the interaction that we have. So so if you're new here and you're here till the end and you haven't subscribed, I would really be thrilled if you would hit the subscribe button and the like, and also nip back and have a watch of my video that I did with Emily. And as this is episode 51, there's lots of other videos that you could watch as well, including a springtime walk around Felbrick Hall and a winter walk in Norfolk, and a video, like I said, from Italy, one from Robin Hood's Bay. So yeah, if you haven't, go and check out one of my other videos. I'll be really grateful if you would do that. So, oh, she's woken up. She loves that bed. So Betsy Cat, fingers crossed, because as I say, she's 23. We'll be back again in a fortnight's time to show you progress on stitching, and as I say, I won't show you the 5 for 50. That'll be in an extra special video in October next month. Emily and I will come back. Oh, and just to mention Emily, one of the gifts that, well, her gift to me for my birthday is she has booked for us to go to the knitting and stitching show in Harrogate, which is in Yorkshire, in November. She's also booked a hotel as well, so I cannot wait. We've sort of been mentioning this for a while, and I've looked to go there for ages, so I cannot wait. I'm over the moon, because originally we had booked, Greg and I had booked to go to Haworth, Bronte Country that weekend, and then she said, oh, could you shift it? And I said, yeah, okay. So we are going to the knitting and stitching show in November, and then the following weekend Greg and I are going to Haworth, and we're staying in a beautiful place opposite the parsonage. So in November I will be taking you along to Harrogate to the stitching show and showing you all the stalls and all the goodies and the things we buy, and then I'll be taking you along to Haworth and showing you the bookshops and the parsonage and how beautiful it is up there. So November is an action-packed month, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that's all I've got to show you today. Thank you, as I say, for coming along. It's great, and I'll see you again soon. So happy stitching, everyone. Bye.